Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah. Welcome to this week's edition of AI and You. This program is produced by Batrisyia Afrina and I am your host, Shaikh Mohd Saifuddeen bin Shaikh Mohd Saleh. AI and You is a program that explores and discusses issues on artificial intelligence or AI from the perspective of Islam. Ladies and gentlemen, in this episode, we will discuss a very interesting topic entitled From Chalkboards to Chatbots. And to discuss this, we are fortunate to have with us in the studio Professor Dato Technologist Dr. Norazah binti Mohd Nordin, Professor of Educational Technology and Innovation from the Faculty of Education, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Assalamualaikum and welcome to AI and You, Prof.
Waalaikumsalam, Dr. Sheikh.
I'm happy to have you in the studio with us.
Thank you.
Right, Prof. Let's go straight to the first question. I remember when I was in school back in the 80s, teachers would use blackboards or chalkboards. How has education actually evolved from traditional teaching methods to the digital tools that we have today, such as AI tools?
Very interesting question, and thank you very much, because the topic that we are discussing today is very interesting, from chalkboard to chatbot. Actually, education has evolved significantly from traditional method that is really student-centered into the very dynamic technology-driven method. And I would like to stress on the evolution of education, where we started with education 1.0, where it was the traditional method was heavily used, where teachers, educators used chalk, very student-centered, and rote memorization-based learning. And then it goes to education 2.0, where education of digital tool, the introduction of digital tools. We had the integration of technology, of internet, the beginning of the application of Microsoft Office. Educators use Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint for presentation, and it is a bit of interactivity there. After that, came the education 3.0, the rise of online learning. So in this platform, in this stage, platform like MOOCs, massive open online courses, for example, for Coursera, EDX, and so on. And it started with a virtual classroom where the education offered global access to education, and also the very flexible learning anytime, learning anywhere. After that, now it is the era of education 4.0, AI-driven learning platform. Artificial intelligence revolutionized education through personalized learning environment. This really suits the characteristic of the new generation student, the Gen Z, where one of the characteristics that we have in the student of this generation is they love to have personalized learning environment. They want to have their own pace. They want the content to be tailored to their needs. And also they want to have a very flexible learning, and they want to have the personalized, and they want everything real-time feedback and so on. This really where AI comes into the era. And I think educators now, they are working very hard to integrate AI into education. And also the focus on skills and collaboration. Digital tools are emphasized in the 21st century learning, where we go into the critical thinking, creativity, and collaboration into teaching and learning, where this is also a seamless world, where the classroom is seamless, no boundary.
In other words, the whole world is the classroom.
Yes.
Right. Picking up on what you said about Education 4.0, AI-driven learning platform, what are the key advantages of using AI in education compared to the traditional teaching methods?
Very interesting because AI platform really offered a very personalized learning. AI adapts to individual needs, individual learning style, individual pace, and provide tailored content. It is customized to the student, and this support are really a very advantage to the student compared to the traditional method. And also the students now, the new generation, they love to have a real-time feedback, which traditional method couldn't afford to do this. So in AI platform, students are free to interact with the system anytime, anywhere, 24 hours, 7 days a week. It really meets the students' learning style. Some of them love to have video. They love to have. They love to listen to music and so on. So AI really meet their need. And AI-powered tools deliver instant feedback on assignments, on assessment, really enable students to identify their weaknesses, and they can improve their learning, their feedback, their performance in class. And also scalability, because AI can manage a large number of students. This is where the concept of massive open online courses really making a high quality education accessible to the global needs. And also data driven insights. AI collects and analyze data. It provides educators with insight into students' performance, so they can educators can really see the learning analytics to see the progress of the student, so that the method of one size fits all is not used in this AI-driven platform. So the learning method to the teaching method to the student really customized to each student. So the student have the control of their performance, and they are very they can practice self-directed learning, and also support for teachers. AI automates administrative tasks where it really help the educators, the teachers, whether they are in school, they are in higher education institution, to do the grading, to analyze. As I mentioned just now, the learning analytic is very important. When we use a conventional method, it's very hard to analyze the performance of the student one by one. If you have hundreds of students or a massive number of students, AI can afford to do this. And also preparation for the future, because for the future, I would like to quote the World Economic Forum report 2023. The top skills needed for our students, for our graduate to meet the workforce of the future is they have problem-solving skill, critical thinking skill, and also AI and data-driven and big data. Right. So when we integrate AI into teaching and learning with the right pedagogy, it really prepare the students, prepare our students to be ready to the workforce in the future. Right. And also, another advantage of AI learning, AI-driven learning method is cost-effective. Because it really reduce the cost of delivering education by minimizing the need for the infrastructure, because it can be done anywhere, anytime, and we can take the cost not necessarily in our country, we can take it from abroad, and that is the positive thing about AI-driven technology learning method.
I think AI also benefits parents, because they can also get reports on their children's progress. Yes. From the AI data analytics.
Exactly,
that
Dr. Shaikh.
Right. Based on your experience, Prof, can you share some examples where AI is used to improve learning outcomes or classroom efficiency?
I love this question very much because I would love to share what UKM is doing now. So AI and new technologies are poised to revolutionize the students, and what we are practicing in UKM is we improve in our learning management system. Our learning management system now is called UKM Folio. Now we have the application of AI chat features in our UKM Folio. So this platform is really a plug-in, and this is effort really provide more responsive computerized interaction with the student. It really meet the students' need. They can study anytime, anywhere. They can receive the response from the learning management system anytime, and also chat AI accelerate supports for students in all courses, and really improve the student experience, learning experience. And also, we also improve in our curriculum because we make AI as a competency. So we prepare the future-ready curriculum, FRC. So in the development of all our courses, our curriculum, we emphasize on the future-ready curriculum, where we make sure that AI is integrated, AI is embedded in the curriculum, and that is the competency. And we make sure that the need for AI as one of the main competency in the learning outcome in all our courses. So this really, we are working very hard to make sure that our graduates are ready for the job, for the AI-driven job. And also, we improve on our MOOC. On our massive open online courses, we implement the generative AI toolkit, and we have metaverse. We apply metaverse in our MOOC representation, and we link that into AI. And this is actually the first MOOC, the first metaverse MOOC for the in the university, and we are so glad that UKM is doing it for about a year, and the students can feel the metaverse environment when they don't have to come to the class, they don't have to come to the campus during the weekends, anytime they like. They will have the virtual reality, they will have the virtual environment in their studying and in the learning method. And also to promote inclusive education, we also use AI. We really promote education for all. And one of the most intriguing approaches use AI therapy, where I myself involved in the research on the autistic children, where we implement the fourth industrial revolution application. We use the augmented reality. We use robots to teach the autistic children. So we want to make sure that no student is left behind, and we leverage on the technology for the student. But the most important thing is the pedagogy use. That's why I would like to share my research with the Australian innovative research university group, universities, with La Trobe, with James Cook, and in Malaysia, Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, Universiti Malaya, and University Technology Malaysia, where we use the pedagogy space technology model, where the importance of at least the three elements, the pedagogy, where the method that we use to teach the students, the technology we use, and the space. The space might be physical, might be virtual. So all these three elements are very important in producing good teaching, good learning design. That's why I always share with my colleagues, with my students, that educators, actually they are learning designer.
I see.
They design learning according to the need of their student. I would like to stress again, in teaching, one method cannot fit all the students. So we have to design it well. At least we look at the pedagogy, space that we have, technology that we have. And the technology that we use is not necessarily the latest technology can suit all. So maybe it's just a minimum technology, however, it suits the need of the student.
Right. Prof, one of the concerns that some people have with regards to using AI in education is that they perceive that AI will replace teachers. So with AI and all the advanced educational tools taking on many of the tasks done by teachers, what does the future hold for the role of teachers?
Okay, I'm an educator over 35 years, and I love to read. To quote many research saying that there's no replacement of a guru. Guru cannot be replaced, and the role of teachers is evolving, not diminishing. As AI and advanced educational tools become more integrated into classroom. So I would like to stress that teachers are facilitators of learning. Teachers act as a guide. Teachers or educators, they design the learning. So they will, like a buffet of technology that they have, the devices or the software that they have, they pick and choose whatever is suitable for their students, and they facilitate the learning. So the teachers is the technology is only complement the learning environment. And also, the teacher is the one that play a big role in focusing on the soft skills. With AI handling administrative tasks and content delivery, teachers have more time to interact with the students. And for example, for MOOC, I use a lot of MOOC, Massive Open Online Courses, where we use a blended learning, flipped classroom, and so on, where the student do the reading earlier, and when it comes to the learning environment, teaching environment, the educator or the teachers will interact with the student, will engage with the student. So the engagement with the student is very important, and the emotional element and all that only can be done by human being, by a dedicated teacher. And also, teachers are the best mentors and coaches. Teachers play a critical role in mentoring, really, addressing emotional and social needs of the student. Teachers know the history of the student, the background of the student, the family of the student. And of course, we know that AI can read the patterns and all that, but that is technical. However, the human touch is very important. And also, interpreters of data, educators will use AI generated to monitor progress. However, this will require skills in the pick and choose the data for the interpretation. And the data analytic, for example, in MOOC, also I love to give in MOOC and AI-driven teaching and learning, where let's say we give forum question for the student, and the student have to react on the forum question and do the virtual discussion with their peers. And we have many forums. And the learning analytics really draw the graph, see which student is active, which are not, and the student also can go, the teachers, the educators can study the performance of the students, and at the same time can do the reflection of their own performance. Because when they give the question, some of the question really attract the student, but some are not. So from the learning analytic, we can see the result. We can see which one are not, and the teachers can do the self-reflection on improving the performance. So teachers, they are the champions of inclusivity. Education for all. From there, they can see who are performing, who are not, and they can see which student needs help. And students, they have different learning style. Only teachers with their experience with the students know the student learning style and the approach that they can give, the proper approach to the student. So I think teachers, gurus still play an important role, very important in this technology. Although we have AI-driven learning environment, teachers still the learning designer.
Right. In other words, teachers need not worry. Their role is still very critical.
Yes.
And like you said, the role of teachers is not actually diminishing.
Yeah, no.
Right. Prof, we have talked about teachers, educators, gurus. What about the students? How do the students respond to AI tools compared to, you say, using traditional learning methods?
I would like to respond to your question by reflecting on the characteristic of the student that we have now. They love to have mobile devices. They want to hold. They want to bring it anywhere. They love to have interaction. If in e-learning 1.0, 2.0, all that they just read, they download, and they have to accept. But now they have the platform, they have the opportunity to put or to upload their own material.
Right.
They love collaborative learning. So of course, and they want to have a lot of engagement. They are very eager to get instant response. This really meet what AI is giving them. So of course, the students' response to the AI-driven learning environment very, very positively because this really increased their engagement with the teaching and learning process. And I would like to share my research on the student interactivity. Students now, they want to read and they want to react. They do not really favor of teachers or giving instruction every time. They love to explore. So this is where AI-driven learning environment is very suitable for the student. AI tools like gamified learning platform, interactive simulation meet this requirement. And I would like to stress again the personalized learning environment. And if we ask the students, they love to study, they love to learn anywhere, anytime, not necessarily in the lecture hall or in the classroom. That's the reason now in the university, if we have the 3-hour lecture, 3-hour lesson for the course, we don't make the 3 hours in the lecture hall. We have the forum, we have interaction, we have presentation, we have virtual learning, and so on. Just to make sure that the learning presentation that we give to the student really tailor to the student's pace, to the student's strength, and the student's weaknesses. So this really cater inclusively to all the students. and also flexible. AI is very flexible and independence of infrastructure and so on, because they can they are very free to use it anywhere. And one more thing is real-time feedback, accessibility, and so on. So of course, one of the characteristic of the new student, other than mobile, they love mobile, they love to have personalized learning environment, and they are technology savvy. They love technology very much. They will explore, and they are very interested in that. So AI is the in thing, and is very suitable to be integrated into teaching and learning.
I think what you said about the today's generations, because they are basically digital natives.
Yes.
They are born into an
Yes.
era where the technology is already
Yes.
there. Now, this is probably one of my favorite questions to my guests on AI and you. Regarding ethics, are there ethical concerns about privacy, data security, or even potential biases of AI algorithms in education? And how can these be addressed?
Yes, of course. There are several ethical concerns related to the use of AI in education, the privacy, data security, potential biases, and so on. If we reflect on the beginning of the usage of ChatGPT, in the beginning, 2 years ago, for example, Hong Kong University prohibited the use of ChatGPT for assignment, for assessment, as its use can be considered as potential plagiarism. And also, top French university banned ChatGPT to prevent plagiarism. Italian universities also blocked AI chatbot because of data privacy failing. And for me, university have to act. University have to do something, because AI is moving forward dynamically. Whether we like it, we like or we don't like, we have to move with the technology, and university have to do something. And I'm very happy, and we are Malaysian are very fortunate because Malaysian Ministry of Higher Education have developed guidelines. This is with the collaboration with the National Professorial Board. I'm the leader for the education cluster. We develop we did this research on the usage of generative AI, and we want to know what is the response of the Malaysian academic educators about the usage of the AI. And the study was done in 2023, found that the use of generative AI such as ChatGPT has a positive impact on this on teaching and learning, and it includes active learning. So and because it really activate personalized learning and provide accurate and quick feedback, as what we have discussed before. And the finding also shows very positive and a big percentage of positive feedback from our lecturers, our researchers. So based on that, the Ministry of Education have acknowledged the potential integration of generative AI in the teaching of learning, and but however, technology cannot replace human being. So we provide the generative AI application guidelines. Right. For the Ministry of Higher Education, giving exposure. The objective is to give exposure to the educators of generative AI into the effectiveness of it in the teaching and learning, in research, and also in the administrative post to ensure that the generative AI used ethically by the educators in Malaysia, and the content of the guideline includes the management and administration, teaching and learning, academic integrity, and also professional development. That I think that the guideline is very important. It's high time to have it, and it was launched last year, and is very important and very useful to the academician, to the educators. So that is the quick action taken. Thank you to the Ministry of Higher Education for taking this quick action. Of course, we have to review the guideline from time to time because technology is very dynamic.
That's right. Prof, we've been talking about from checkbots to chatbots for about 30 minutes now. We're coming towards the end of the program. Any concluding remarks from yourself?
Okay, for me, of course, I'm a technology person, and in Malay, if we can say penggunaan teknologi secara berfikrah. Okay, so AI in education holds transformative potential to revolutionize learning by personalizing experience, really to improve the accessibility, enhance classroom efficiency, and it is really getting prepared. The education world is doing their best to prepare our graduates in the future-ready world.
Thank you very much, Professor Dato Technologist Dr. Norazah Mohd Nordin. I've learned a lot from you today because you have given us a lot of information on how AI has actually shaped and changed the education sector. This is, I think, a very important topic, a very timely topic, that because AI actually brings about, as you have highlighted, significant impacts to education. If they are used wisely, inshallah, AI can be a useful tool for educators and also students. Unfortunately, Prof, that's all the time that we have for this week's edition of AI and You. Before we end, I would like to express my gratitude to our guest, Professor Dato Norazah, for her sharing in this week's AI and You. For the last 30 minutes, you have been listening to AI and You. I'm Shaikh Mohd Saifuddeen bin Shaikh Mohammed Saleh. Signing off until next week. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.